Hey Internet's RJ, welcome back. Thanks for tuning into the show today. Now today is Sunday, so you know what that means. We're going around the net with all the news you can use in the week that was in credit and finance. And man, if you're a jet setter and love to travel plus cars, well then we have the show for you because we are talking about American Express's refresh and some credits that don't seem terrible. That's a surprise. They're on a roll this last two episodes. Of course, we have the details now of Alaska's new premium card as well. And we will throw one cashback story in there if you really want a solid Robinhood Gold card. We may have a way to get you one, of course, depending if they actually ever mailed you the one that they owed you. All that and more. So, of course, if it sounds interesting to you, go ahead, press the subscribe button, and let's get to work. Now, we will lead off with Chase and Emirates. Emirates Airlines, a few of the transfer partners have been, pausing transfer rates or transfers to Emirates, and now Chase has just outright said, hey, no more, we're done. So, officially from view from the wing, they say Chase Ultimate Rewards is dropping Emirates as a transfer partner on October 15th. That'll be the last day that you could send Chase points to Emirates Skywards. Of course, as we said, Citi and Amex had announced evaluations of their transfers. They went down from 1-to-1 to 5-to-4, and then Chase isn't, although they go on to say, of course, Chase isn't playing that game. Obviously, they're just getting rid of it. So, overall, the others two decided to lower the rates. Chase just said, hey, enough. We're out of the game, so if you want to go anywhere on Emirates Airlines, you have Chase points. Again, October is your cutoff. I do want to go to Dubai. That's the one thing I think of over there, just to see, is it really as crazy as everyone says? Is everyone just driving a Lamborghini like they drive Hondas and Toyotas over here? I'd love to see it. So maybe we'll, one day when I move on from cashback, one day. But if you don't like that and Chase has annoyed you with that, well, then you might be in luck because as we've talked about, the Platinum card, both personal and business, likely getting a refresh probably pretty soon. I would say no later than the end of the year. It looks like it could be as early as next month because there was a leaked credit for both cards that some folks caught on the internet. And this one isn't actually half bad. So again, this applies to both the personal and the business. I will put them on screen for you. What you have is, the terms and conditions of it. The gist of it is that it's a revised or updated Fine Hotels and Resorts credit. And then again, like we said, it's currently Fine Hotels and Resorts is on the personal, as you know. This would be personal and business. It's going to be $600 total. You're looking at $300 semi-annually, so January through June, and then July through December type payouts. And it looks like from what we saw, it was set to start on September 17th. So take your kids back to school, then go somewhere nice. So overall, there you have it. You can read through that. I don't think we really need to read through all the details. But again, I think this is pretty good because I had the personal platinum. I even think there is an older video where I used FHR, the program, and so you can go through. It's through Amex's portal, of course. You probably don't want to use points for their bookings. It's usually not that good from what I've done. I've only done a handful. But overall, you do get this actual credit, which is, a credit, which is nice. And then there's actual benefits of going through Fine Hotels and Resorts. There's two. There's FHR, and I think they have the collection as well. So you got to make sure you're doing one because the benefits do vary. But overall, I think this is not, as far as credits go, as far as American Express goes, I believe it's going to come out to be true, it's not bad. Now, again, the one catch here is that this is tied to the credit card refresh. If this was just going in right now, and then I do think this would cement the business platinum as the best. I do think the business platinum is the best platinum, but it would probably cement it as the best flagship card, especially now that Chase is gone and done their refresh, and we've seen what the Strata Elite has to offer. This is going to come with the refresh. $900 is like the rumor. We don't really know that, but that's the rumor. So this would help with that. We'll have to see what else they do with the card. But overall, I try to be fair to Amex. I don't think this is bad. I think FHR is decent, even having it twice a year. I mean, it's a flagship travel card. If you're not going someplace at least twice a year, then I probably not the card for you. But if this isn't the card for you, well, American Express has you covered potentially in a new survey that they're setting out for the Marriott faithful out there. Now, you might be aware that, the American Express side for Marriott, they have a good range of personal cards. Not that they are good. The Brilliant at the top 10, the flagship one, is I do think it's good. It's just expensive, but I think it's good. But the business side, they only have one. So the obvious choice, what do you guys think about new Marriott business cards? Well, Marriott and Amex would like to know because they've sent out a survey. So here you have it. I found this on Reddit. I mean, it's on multiple places, but someone posted this on Reddit, I believe, or the doctor, wherever I normally steal this stuff from. But we have the whole thing for you at Profitable Content. But here you go. So you have the American Express Marriott Business, which would be your base one, which is $150. Six back on Marriott, standard throughout them. Four back global dining gas stations in the U.S., U.S. shipping, and U.S. wireless services. Two back on everything else. $160 Marriott property credit. So again, $80 twice a year. They just love to split things up. I mean, it's okay still. Gold status, 15 elite night credits, 10% points booking discount. Then you have the Marriott Bevy Business, so they're even copying the exact naming. 350 is going to run you the same multipliers there. Gold status, 65K free night after spending 25K in a calendar year. 20 elite night credits, one elite night per $5,000 in spend. 120 transit credit, 120 wireless credit, the $10 per month like the Platinum Business Platinum has, and Priority Pass Select. And then the big brother of them all, the Marriott Brilliant Business, $695, like its personal counterpart. Multiplier slightly the same. You do step up to 3x back there on global dining, gas stations, transit. Platinum status, 85K free night award on your card anniversary, 25 elite night credits, one elite night per 5,000 in spend, $160 property credit again. Choice award is still there, $120 credit for wireless or transit, and then wireless credit as well. So overall, I can see people, I'll tell you what people are going to do. People are going to get the personal brilliant and the business brilliant, and they're going to do it chasing lifetime status, because if you're talking about 25 elite night credits for one and 25, I don't remember if the personal gives you 25 or not, but either way, you can amass that many elite night credits, plus the anniversary award does make the card worth it for those of you who are going to stay at a decent Marriott in that tier to get the full value from that. Obviously, you're double dipping on platinum status, not super helpful. So a lot of overlap, but again, I like I said in the beginning, I do like the brilliant card. I can see the strategy there, what a lot of people are going to do. I would think it's probably the easiest way to get lifetime. Like a lot of people hold the lower cards for that. It's just obviously a slower earn rate. And this does make sense because, again, we've seen a lot of the chains and the issuers really targeted on business spend, There's a lot of the airline changes have come. They've focused in on business spend. It would make sense to offer something to business customers as well because, again, you and I might not care, but a business would obviously, of course, I'd get the business card. Why would I put it on my personal card? Employee cards and that whole thing. So this does make a lot of sense. I wouldn't be surprised if these end up being like the exact cards, really. I'd like to see them do a little bit more with the multipliers, but overall, it is what it is. I know Bonvoy points get killed for not being super valuable, but I don't think they're terrible because I don't think the personal ones are terrible. But if you don't like these travel cards and perhaps you've got your hotel and lodging covered and you just want to get on the plane and fly somewhere, well, then you might be interested to know Alaska and Hawaiian. Their programs are officially merged now, and we have the name for it, and we also have the details for the premium Alaska card. So here you go. It looks like they're going to go with Atmos Rewards. So that's going to be the name of it. I don't have a lot there. Let's see. The airline is registered. The Atmos Rewards trademark. This is from Loyalty Lobby, and this is now started to appear on their websites, although likely in an unintended way. People just keep leaking things by accident. They're bad as like Google when they link the Pixel phones like a year in advance. So Alaska Airlines and Hawaiian will also not call their miles anymore, but rather a more generic points, I guess. I don't know why that really matters, but okay, fine, change it to points. So there you go. Atmos Rewards is the merger between the two programs. Now, what is the card? We know for sure that we're getting an Alaska Premium card. I believe it was like an earnings call or something said by the end of Q3. So we would assume next month in September. We're running out of real estate, right? There's only 1 month left, I guess. So we now know they tease some of the benefits, but we now have all the benefits. This is compliments of frequent miler that was posted in a few places. I'll put this on screen for you. But again, your name, Atmos Rewards Summit Visa Infinite card. So it is a Visa Infinite, which is pretty good because there's not too many Visa Infinites out there. So that's pretty good. And then so you're looking in, clocking in at a $395 annual fee. 3 back Alaska Airlines, Hawaiian Airlines, dining, and foreign purchases, which foreign purchases is a really interesting because I can see a lot of people cleaning up on that 3x back on foreign transactions. That's crazy. So when I make my trip to Dubai and I go to all those watch stores and buy a Lamborghini, maybe I'll get this card until they cap it. But let's keep going. One status point for every $2 in spend. 10% rewards boost on all points earned from card purchases if you have an eligible Bank of America account. That's actually not a bad touch. They don't go as far as rolling this into preferred rewards, but that's a little bit, they're giving you a taste of it. Adding preferred rewards are probably a bit too much, but it's helpful. Plus, there's some Bank of America checking promotions always going on. So there you go. Benefits here: annual global 25K companion award for travel companion on the same itinerary and booking travel using your Atmos Rewards points, not miles, points. Remember that. Global 100K companion award every year you spend 60K or more on purchases in that anniversary year. 2 Alaska Lounge passes and 2 Wi-Fi passes. Really, Wi-Fi passes? Like, Wi-Fi should just be included. It's never good Wi-Fi, but it should just be included. Free check bag for you and up to 6 guests traveling on the same reservation when you purchase Alaska or Hawaiian Airlines airfare with the card. 10,000 status points every year on your account anniversary and earn 1 status point. They already said that above. Up to $120 airport security credit. So that's what they're calling TSA pre-global entry. Easy enough. $50 voucher for Alaska Airlines flight cancellations or departure delays every of 2 hours. That's not bad, actually. I don't know if they cancel flights. So I've never flown Alaska, but I mean that to have that benefit in there, that's helpful. Pay no change fee when you need to make a same-day change to your Alaska Airlines flight plans. That's actually not too bad either. I don't think changes should cost money, but it's not bad. No partner award fees, flexibility with no blackout dates or redemption fees on Alaska Airlines or Hawaiian Airlines or partner airline flights when booking points on Global Companion Award. That's also not too bad. It does make that a lot easier to use a Global Companion Award. A lot of times those, like the companion passes can be tough to use. Now, there is an intro offer, but Frequent Miler does know that this was intended for employees, so the public offer might be slightly different, which is good for them because a lot of times employees are excluded from getting offers. But I mean, I guess they usually are, but that's normally for like checkings and counts and stuff. I guess if you're in Alaska, I think they mean Alaska and Hawaii employees, which would still qualify. Either way, good on them. 5,000 bonus points after opening your new account. Earn an additional 100,000 bonus points and global 25K companion award after spending $6,000 or more on purchases within the first 90 days. It's not a terrible haul, honestly. So good for them. So there you go. That is what you're going to get from the premium card, the Summit card. Again, probably should be out in September. If you signed up for like the pre-release deal, you will at least get some extra points on whatever the intro offer comes to be. I don't know the intro offer will be that good. I do think that's a good offer. I don't think it might not be that good for people. You probably want to be seen as taking care of your employees a little bit more than the Gen Pop, but I don't know. So overall, again, I've never flown Alaska, but my thoughts are it's not too bad. I like that they kept the price relatively low, under $400, given the way that all the other flagships, we just talked about the flagship of Marriott being $695, the flagship of Amex going up even more. And, if you've been tuning in the last few weeks, Citi and all those guys, right? So pricing not too bad. Would have liked to see a little bit more on the multipliers, but overall, I mean, I think I would like to see a little bit more, but they're trying to fall back on the, hey, we're going to give you status points, versus just more miles. And I do like to tie into being a Bank of America customer as well. I don't think they'll ever go so far as to bringing this card underneath the Preferred Rewards banner, but if you're already Preferred Rewards, perhaps you can do that. Would I like to see Bank of America, go more down travel so you can earn on their premium rewards and travel cards, earn Alaska points that way, maybe, and send them over. We could be talking about something then. I don't think that's going to happen. So overall, there's your card. I don't hate it. Think it's pretty. If you're that person, I think it has potential. There you go. Now, we've gone everywhere. We've probably racked up diamond medallion status talking about all these travel stories. So if you don't want diamond, you want gold, well, we do have one cashback story for you. This was sent to me by a channel member. over in the channel members Discord. He's a Robinhood Gold card holder, and he got this. I'll put it on screen for you, but he's a limited edition upgrade to real gold. Select from 2 cards forged with real gold. So you could have a 24 karat version of the Robinhood Gold card. Comes in at 27 grams, and then a solid gold card at 37 grams. And you can see it's got the AU79, which is the mark that's solid gold there. So how would you upgrade? Well, the 24 karat card is going to cost you 100,000 points, which is $1,000 at 1 cent point, and the 36 gram, the solid gold one, is 850,000 points, which is going to be $8,500. So you could do it. I don't know what the price of gold is. I'm sure someone will make the video about it. It's somewhat funny because when this launched, this was the thing. If you referred so many people, you could get the solid gold card. It was made for people who sit in front of cameras like me, reach. And I thought about doing it just for the fun of it because it'd be a cool souvenir to have, but there was no intro offer for the new person signing up, so it's a tenet of the channel that I can't pitch you something unless you get paid to open it as well, banking product wise. So that's kind of tough. So I did not do that. Plus I wasn't gonna get anything either but a gold card, I guess. So if you really wanted to, you could do it. Someone's gonna do it, make a video about it. I will watch said video about it. Do I think it's probably a good use of points? No. Even if you want to tell me the price, you'd still make money on the price of gold. I don't know that by the time you melt this thing down and everything, I don't know if it's gonna work out that way. I guess it might, but would you really use it either? I mean, would you really? I feel like it's a collector's item at that point. I don't know. Let me know. I'd love to see it. Drop me a link to the person who does it. It won't be me, but I would love to see someone do it. So there you go. One cashback story. See, I am a man of the people. I don't like travel that much. I did a whole show on travel. We had to get one cashback in there. So there you go. That'll be it for the news. So of course, if you liked it, drop me a thumbs up down below. If you found it particularly interesting, consider subscribing to the channel. Of course, we are posting content just like this every single week, and we're right back here every Sunday with all the news you can use in the week that was in credit and finance. And of course, every single day over on ProfitContent.com, which is the channel's blog. It's always linked down below for you and on the channel homepage. We post news stories just like this as they happen. Of course, we have credit card offers. They are not solid gold, but you can get a can of spray paint if you want, I guess. And of course, we have plenty of bank promotions. If you want to become a Bank of America customer, I think we've got something for you over there as well. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for this one. As always, thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you very soon in the next one.